Now, as you can see, it's really cold outside. It was actually -5 last night. And we were out driving, I was actually going to look at another car. And was driving down a road, which not many people have been down, clearly. And I got caught sleeping. I'm not gonna lie, I got caught sleeping. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I was just understeering into a curb. Probably around 25-30 mile an hour, just understeering into a curb. And I was in God's hands at that point, in God's hands.
I just hit this curb here, you can see, that is literally just hit the lower arm. So I've literally just come down here, so you can literally see the ice there. But literally it's almost like aquaplaning, and then just boom, lower arm on here, and then, yeah, the rest is history really. But all that's done is it just knocked the wheel back into the wheel arch, and yeah, undrivable, because the wheel won't turn or go fucking forward. Look at the arms. But luckily everything else looks alright. A lot of plastic shit here, but that looks fine. Everything looks pretty straight, which I'm happy about. Took the arm off to keep the wheel straight as possible, because it was just bent on there.
Now I know that this looks bad, and I know if this happened to one of you guys, you would think the worst thing possible as well. Now I've seen too many crash cars, and I actually know this isn't that bad, okay? So we're gonna take a positive from this, It's cold out there. I'm sure a lot of you have done this before. I'm sure a lot of you this is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. It's gonna happen. Now, don't be disheartened by it. You can fix crash cars quite simply. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use this as an experiment and hopefully end it as a learning curve. So I'm going to get prices from garages, see how much this would cost a garage to put this right for you, or how much it would cost an insurance company to put this right for you. And now I'm going to fix it myself, and I'm going to show you how much you can actually fix this for. So people who do this don't get disheartened if this happens. So today we're going to be stripping this down and we're going to be figuring out what kind of damage has been done. Well, suppose all good stories will start from the beginning. Not this shit, mate, just get on with it. Alright. Oh.
Okay, so here is the damage. As you can see, first of all, the wheel is fucked. But weirdly, it's still holding air. So we're just going to use this as a drift spare. I was going to get 2 new wheels for the front anyway, so I want some bigger wheels for the front. Now, as you can see, the wheel is just totally cambered in, like absolutely totally cambered in, and the wheel itself actually got smashed back into the wheel arch here. Now it was not as bad, because when I was getting off the trailer we had to unbolt, just so that it would actually get off the trailer, we have to unbolt the lower arm here. So you can see the lower arm here, that allowed the wheel to come forward a little bit more so we could at least roll it, kind of. And this is where we're sat now. Now, the weirdest thing is I actually tried to take the wheel off when it happened, just to see the kind of damage, and I couldn't find my locking wheel nut anywhere in the car. Like, I looked for like half an hour, and I literally came out yesterday and the locking wheel nut was just like there, and I was like, there is no way I missed that. So I put it back in here. So this is actually the first time I'm seeing how much damage has been done. Okay, here we go. First look, wheel massively fucked there. So what's happened is I've understeered to the left, tried to turn away from it, and the wheel has just gone boof into the curb like that, this way. So it's just boom, knocked the whole wheel back into the car like that. So now we can see the damage. So this arm is totally fucked. So there's a massive bend in the arm here, massive. There's a bend in this arm here. You can see it there. So there's a big bend in this arm here, which is the compression arm, and the trap rod has totally just bananaed. Totally just bent here like this. So it actually looks like this has bent a tiny bit as well, but that's literally just like there's a few welds, so we can just bend that bit straight. Because I don't know, actually, it looks pretty straight to me, this bit, actually. Because this bit of the arm looks fine. it's just here. You can see where it's crumpled here and here. So 100% gonna need one of these. Coilover might be savable. You can see the bracket here on the coilover. It's obviously took a little bit of a hit, but with a bit of bending back, that should be okay as well. But we 100% need a tie rod, compression arm, and the lower control arm. Now you can see where it's hit the frame here, but all it's done is just take some paint off. So that is good news. The sill as well, it has hit here, but everything else again, nothing's bad. You can see it's just not this little seam back a little bit here, but when you want big wheels, you end up fucking knocking that back in anyway. So the actual chassis itself looks good. Now what I was really worried about, this car is really low, and as you can see the sump really doesn't have much protection. So I was terrified about the hitting the sump, but it's not hit the sump. It's not really done any damage to anything else. I've looked underneath, all the frame seems fine. What it looks like now, we've got away with it. So just pulling things off, I've annoyingly to take the coilover off, you have to take the bloody strut brace, which is a pain. And I've lost all my 14 mils on there with a fucking 1/4 inch. Coilover's here, you can see what damage they've got done to the coilover there. Maybe we can fix that, bend it back, potentially. Get it on a vise and just get a hammer on it, which is maybe. I think that I don't think it's perfectly straight, but it's not that far off. Nothing that a hammer can't fix, nothing that a hammer and a brake bar can't straighten. We're gonna get the compression arm off, because right now this is just holding the whole thing off. So we're gonna take the compression arm off. Hopefully this one comes off easy. I've not had that off. And once that's off, we can kind of just like, you know, wiggle everything out the way and have a proper look. But it looks like everything is okay, other than the arms and the tie rod. The hub looks fine. As you can see here, the arm itself isn't that bent, but what's happened is it's pushed the bush all the way through. So instead of the arm sitting in the middle of here and coming out straight, it's pushed the bush through, and then that's popped the arm this way. So the arm would have been sitting against here, and it would have been at a weird angle. So that's what's probably made it look worse than it is, the fact that it's popped the bush all the way through. Right, I'm very worried here. This bolt which goes through here, through the compression arm, is fucking tight, mate. And I'm getting really worried it's gonna snap. So I'm literally taking this really slow. I've WD-40'd it, I'm taking it really slow, because if that snaps, we're fucked. So we do not want this to snap. So I'm literally just going with a brake bar, like looser, tighter, and it should hopefully come. Right, we're gonna heat that bolt up, because it does not feel good whatsoever, and we cannot break that bolt. So I'm gonna try and heat it up, and please. So I'd be lying if I said I had any idea what the fuck I'm gonna do now. So while I figure that out, we're just going to take everything off this side. We're just going to dismantle literally the whole suspension. But let's just try and be productive, I suppose, until we figure that out. Okay, the plan is. So that bolt went through the, I don't know what they call it, the H brace, K brace, I don't know what they call it, V brace, W brace, I don't fucking know. But this brace here, the brace here, which bolts onto here, goes under, that's where we just snapped the bolt. Bolts on there, but it's literally just like a little support, and most of it's like 14mm other than this, it we just snapped. Well, if we can take this brace off, we'll be able to just lower it and then at least get the arm out, okay? We'll at least get the arm out, at least get the hub out, and at least that's one problem done. It's off the car kind of thing. I'm probably just going to get a new hub, because trying to get these arms off is going to be a pain, because they've got fucking shit split pins and blah 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 blah. But we'll see how much extra it is just to get a hub. But I know this wheel bearing works, so maybe it is, I don't know, we'll see. But my issue is, I don't know, because it's not just a bolt that went up, it's a stud which comes down. So what we've snapped off is the actual nut and half the stud. So I don't know how that's bolted into the frame of the car. We will be able to find a way around it, but I'm scared that to do that, we're going to have to take off the other one and then risk snapping the other one. I'm hoping if I just get most of these bolts off this side, I can just lever it down enough. But people do change these, so I assume that this has been done a lot. And I'm going to assume also that there's a lot of 350 page owners that are going to have a solution to this, because people change these braces. It's very common to change these braces because they're very common to rust. So I know for a fact another 350 owner is coming to this, 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this video here, because I can't go any further, because I can't take that brace off, because I've literally lost all my 14mm, and I've only got a 1/4 inch one, and I've also broken my 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch adapter. So I'm going to go to Halfords and I'm going to buy some replacement sockets and replace the ones that have broken, because I've just a few things have broken today and stuff. So, and in the next episode we're going to be tooled up, prepared and ready to tackle this, but we're not going to give up on her. So far, here's the broken trap rod. The trap rod's actually fine, but it's just a tie rod. We've got the bottom of the broken coilover here, which I think we can fix with just put it on a vise and just straighten that out, because the coilover's fine, it's just the bracket at the bottom which is a lot thinner metal. But the biggest thing now is that we have a broken stud in the frame of the car, which is not good, but we're going to fix it, we're going to get round to doing it. But I have done this video here because I'm going collecting a new car in like an hour or so, and now my GoPro's dead, which is not good. So yeah, I'm going to prep. I love you all. We're going to have to paint this as well, this bit here, otherwise that's going to rust, but we'll do that next time. I'll just get some black paint. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one.